Hi everybody, isn't this a beautiful guitar? This is an Epiphone anniversary Les Paul in red. Absolutely beautiful. I bought this guitar purely because of how it looks. I just thought, yeah, it's, it looks like a very kind of top end Gibson custom. I just thought it's a nice thing to have, and it was quite reasonably priced. About 800, 800 euros, whatever that is in dollars or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, it's a really nice guitar. I bought it brand new, brought it home and tried it out. Was very, very surprised actually how great it played. Didn't need anything didn't need to do anything to it. No setup, nothing. The only mistake I made was I did a shootout with it against my Gibson Les Paul, this one here. Obviously, it didn't quite make the mark. It was not far off. It was just a real minor difference, but it was that minor difference that kind of bothered me. So what I did, after getting some advice from a guitar technician that I know, I changed the pickups. I took out the what are they called? They were called Pro Buckers, I think. Yeah, I think that's what they were called. The Epiphone ones. They were actually very good pickups. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. If you take the guitar at face value for what it was, its price, how it sounds, how it feels, they were great pickups to be in this guitar. The only thing is, I did a shootout with this, and like I said, there was just that slight difference. Now that I've got in here the Gibson original classic 57s, and the bottom one there, the bridge pickup is a 57 plus. It sounds as good as this, to be honest. Different, slightly different, but pretty much. I mean, this is kind of like a lower end Gibson anyway. This is not one of the most expensive ones. But to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter because it's not about the price of the guitar you buy. I mean, obviously, if you've got the money to splash out on a Gibson custom, yeah, if that's your thing, go for it. I personally think these guitars, you've got to remember there's a lot of factors into a good sound. It's the guitar, obviously. Obviously, number one is the way you play. I don't even think we even need to discuss that aspect. Obviously, the pedals you use, how you set them up. The amps, whichever amp you choose to use. It obviously makes a big difference. I tend to use I use this crate over here. This is a vintage 50 crate. Also a very reasonably priced amp for what it does. Yeah, I just think I kind of like the idea of getting reasonably priced. I mean, I don't like going too cheap. I don't want to get something really, really like crap. But or something that doesn't fit to me. I mean, obviously that what is crap? Crap is a bit of a silly word to use because I always think of Prince. He the greatest rock guitar, probably one of the greatest rock guitars or musicians of all time. He used still to right up to the end a $200 Hohner Telecaster copy, which a lot of people would say it's rubbish. Yeah, hey, but listen to the guy play it. I don't think we really need to talk about it. Yeah, so I'm kind of into this, getting reasonable equipment that works well for you, that sounds cool, and pushing it as far as you can. Taking it as far as you can, getting the greatest tones you can. At the end of the day, these are only tools. They're tools to make music. So I basically bought this guitar because I just thought, I hang it on my wall in my bedroom, and it's when I wake up in the morning and look at it, it makes me feel happy. It's like, hey, there's a beautiful thing. I mean, look at that headstock. It's just totally ridiculously overdone, which I like. And I like the shape of the headstock. I don't know why, but the Epiphone headstocks, I always find them, I don't know, they put me off a little bit. I don't know why. It's purely the shape. It's a very irrational, stupid thing. But this headstock, I kind of like the shape. It's a bit different from the Gibson ones. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You've got to be happy with what you play with. You've got to enjoy what you do. You've got to make sure, you know, you get some cool sounds out of these things, whatever you use, whether it's €5,000 guitar or one like this, which was, you know, 800. Obviously, putting in the pickups is probably cost now about 1,000. But what the heck? I'm going to do another video where I put this guitar into my effects unit, effects pedal board, I mean, and then into an amp. I'm not sure what amp I'm going to use yet. There's quite a few in here. They don't belong to me, all of these amps, if you're wondering, not all these guitars. You know, I'm sitting here talking about using reasonably priced equipment, and then you're probably thinking, look at you sitting there with hundreds of guitars and amps. Doesn't belong to me. Only these two belong to me, though, and I'm very happy with both of them, to be honest. Okay, see you on the next video. Goodbye.